what I want. This is the okay. So from starting itself, like what is, it's a random questions. If I go topic wise questions, then it is we are fixed to one straight line. It is like a by hearting power cut. No, so my battery works for another half an hour. No problem. Guys, keep responding also. Why? Because power is cut. Internet will be may get a problem. So that's the problem. So yeah, my internet also may get disconnected. So keep interacting. Okay. Otherwise, I thought I'm teaching and it is keep going. Okay. So what are the OS types? OS types is the question is SOS, simple operating system. Next one is NOS, network operating system. Another type is there based on user and task. So what it is? Single user, single task. So completely muted people. Single user, multitask. Multi-user, multitask operating systems. Okay. Next. As my definitions, like a single simple operating system is nothing but a desktop operating system used for a desktop application purpose. Network operating system is nothing but a server OS which provides services to the customer. For example, Windows Server, Linux servers, Unix servers, IBM servers, like this. Desktop operating system, basically Windows 10 is one example, Windows 8, Windows 7, examples of desktop operating system. Windows 10, Windows 8, Windows 7, Windows Vistas, XP 98, these are all desktop type operating system used for a desktop purpose. Server operating systems are used for a providing certain service like DHCP service, DNS service, print service, VPN service. These are things. Okay, these are all server-based operating system. On Linux-based operating systems also for Ubuntu desktop, Linux Mint. Linux Mint, like that. Few operating systems are desktop-based operating systems. Some are server-based operating systems. So simple operating system, network operating system. So what are the OS type operating system types, or what is OS? Question is, okay, what is OS? What is a operating system? Operating system is nothing but a program or a software which interacts with your hardware and user. Okay, so it runs on applications. It runs applications on it. So when our user want to give instruction to the hardware, so operating system is intermediate between users and hardware part. Any statement, which one is more clear for you, you can tell that one. Different type of operating systems are there: SOS, NOS type, desktop operating system, network operating system, simple operating system, network operating system, or a single user, single task, single user, multitask, multi-user, multitask. Normal desktop operating system, server operating system, plus mobile operating system. Nowadays we have a mobile phone operating system, Android, Apple mobile phones also there. Real time operating system is basically like a depends upon your hardware. So you develop your own operating system for that, operating for that particular specific hardware. You design a operating system for that one. So that is called a real-time operating system. Real-time operating system. That is one thing. Okay. So for example, now nuclear, the rocket kind of stuff is there. Satellites are there. Okay. So the scientists, like ISRO scientists, will build a new operating system for that particular hardware type. So they design a new particular specific hardware. Yeah, there is a one good joke is also there. You can try. Okay, so like in a YouTube or somewhere, there is a called a web series, Space Force. Okay, so season 3. This is a Space Force available in Netflix. Netflix Space Force series. So in the 3rd season, there is a joke is like there are ready to launch. There is some crashes occur in space. Is about to occur. So what happened? Their window, their system is suddenly go for updates. Windows updates. Our system. Windows operating system, it start getting updated, right? So it keep updating background. So when you are going to shut down, it is asked for a, do you want to shut down and restart, or sorry, update and restart, or update and shut down, right? So you put a update and restart. So then it will go to update first, then restart, and the remaining update applying things, and finish the part, right? So you will get a finally screen. Even for update and shutdown, so it will update first, completed, updated. Next, it will open the screen. Okay, before going to like update and shutdown completed. So tomorrow again I start my computer. The remaining some updates will be done, and finally I got a screen, right? So what happens here, it is delays lot of time. Okay, so they don't go with any commercial, so science things like specific hardware parts, specific sectors, not a commercial or a general purpose. Okay, in a specific places, so they use a specific hardware and specific kind of operating system, so specially designed an operating system for that particular hardware purpose only, not for general, not for everyone, not a general public purpose or any commercial related purpose. So like a Windows is a commercial, like any one person use a Windows operating system, I can purchase it. It's suitable for a multiple different type of hardwares like Intel and AMD processors. They're supported motherboards. Those are also generally available hardwares. Industry based means Xeon processor type, their supported motherboards. Onboard facilities are different. Operating systems like a server operating system, desktop operating system. So there are enterprise editions be there, use enterprise editions, set standard data center editions, they are using it. Okay, so this is one way. Okay, so this is like you can try in a YouTube. So Space Force Windows Update. Oh, 1 second. Hello. Okay, guys. Sorry, I've spent a lot of time on it, so don't worry. Okay, so mobile operating system, real-time operating system, IoT-based operating system like Raspberry Pi is a hardware, right? So there is a Nubis is a that related IoT type thing. Okay, so what is OS? And so whenever you see a question, so about only one question is there. So do not think we have to practice that question only. So surrounding that questions also practice. Next, how to check the IP address, guys? Anyone? How to check IP address? Anyone can tell, no problem. Some left also, some people. Today definitely I will take revisions. Okay, I will tell to Ravan sir. So I will wait some time. people are who are left, so they are not allowed anyway. And if people who are there, they shouldn't speak. Your first name is Bhavani is there here. Bhavani, tell me how to check the IP address. Guys, are you able to hear?
Yes, sir.
Then why people are not at all responding for anything? Any problem? Ask a very simple question. Any mind-blocking question, mind-numbing question is also not there. We discussed this thing so many times. At least 4 or 5 times we discuss how to check an IP address. Just I want to discuss today some questions. How to configure a printer, that is we are not discuss how to configure a printer. If possible, then I will try to show you that one. This is about Outlook, guys, that is we also will discuss, but you are not saying about one single answer, not in one person.
IP address we have to go to command prompt, sir. And then we have to type IP config.
Very good.
Press
IP
enter.
config. One more is there. You know, in IP config space /all. Normal GUI mode also we can go for it, like a, so you can go to run or search ncpa.cpl. It will open network connections. So ncpa.cpl, it opens a network connections on your adapter. So on your NIC, so what to do? Right click, status details. So there we will find your IP address. Even if we forward questions, guys, there are so many questions are there. Some questions are easy to answerable. You know, why people are fail in interview. You know, the interview questions can be 5 questions, 10 questions, or 50 questions. Interviewer checks your skills level in a 3 ways, in the mainly technical way, and of course communication way, that is a different point, but technically also or a communication wise also basically 3 ways. One is how low you are, means are you able to answer any general question, general basic questions, how to check IP address, what is your system configuration, do you know any antivirus? There is a question called do you know any antivirus? Okay, so you don't have any idea, mind is not at all working, so you don't have any idea. So like, yeah, maybe you use an antivirus, may not be use an antivirus. So if you are using a computer, you have a basic knowledge of some antivirus, Kaspersky, okay, not the T2. Avast is most used because of it's a free. McAfee, mostly you buy any laptop, so you got a laptop along with operating system, you got a by default McAfee. You buy a new laptop, so with a Windows 10 in it, you got a McAfee in it, right? Windows Defender by default it is Windows Defender is a one kind of antivirus. It's not a specific application. Windows Defender. You don't have any antivirus, no problem. We have a Windows Defender now. Okay. Other things like your Nord 32, Decent, Avast, McAfee. Spelling, check the spelling. Okay. McAfee. Okay, so any if what are the that's like you can add anything. Okay, so there's a lot of antiviruses that I use. Malwarebytes. It is not clear cut type of antivirus it is, but it works much better than any other antiviruses. Malwarebytes. You can purchase it, and there is a free versions also available. So general part. So I said no. So the lower level general part. How to check IP address? What is your system configuration? Which version of operating system you are using? Okay. So these are a general base. Second is a middle. Middle means it's a training base. So based on your training, so you don't know by default. So but you will know it from your either in a graduation or from the training. Specifically like a hardware troubleshooting or service desk related issues or maybe connectivity related issues, networking components, IP address classes, IP addresses, OSL layers, TCP IP, networking devices, network types. These are all either you learn from the college or from the training. That is the middle layer. Okay. So third one is so a little expectation means what is your additional knowledge, additional part people understand. Do you know something a specific part? Okay. So that is a so Outlook, mail client software, or we can say application. Okay. OST, PST are nothing but a files. I'm not going to anywhere place. Okay. So they're nothing but a files only. So what is these files? OST and PST files contains the mails you have downloaded from the internet. Okay. PST and OST files are located in your PC only. Okay, it's offline files. Offline files. You can check the mails online, right? But when you download a mail, okay, when you download, you don't no need to specifically download. So we download a mail from mail server. Mail server into local PC. So mail stores in PST or a OST files, or either it is PST or OST. PST means personal storage table. Personal storage table, PST, personal storage table. Okay, any. Okay, so it is any mail server type. OST is mails from Microsoft Exchange server or Office Exchange server, so whatever it is, Microsoft normal Exchange or anything. Okay, if you are got a mails from Exchange server, the file extension is .ost. You got a mails from any mail server other than Microsoft Exchange, it is a PST. Depends upon your mail server, because Outlook is a Microsoft application. It's a Microsoft app. Okay, it is integrated part of Office suite. Okay, it is a part of Office suite, so belongs to Microsoft. So obviously OST files generate from the Exchange. So you can type like a PST and OST full forms. Okay, personal storage table, offline storage table, offline storage table, that is also you can do offline storage table, offline storage table. Here there is one more question, is basic question completed. Yes, so this is needed at the time of training, you will learn, not by general knowledge, in generally. Okay, so that's the point, three things I told. Okay, see this is my Outlook. So this is my Outlook. So where I will check the mails. Okay, I configured with my organization mail ID. Configured with the organization mail ID. Data file. This is browse. So don't worry. See, here it is. This is the location of my Outlook mails. Outlook, what are the mails I received? Downloaded means received into my Outlook application. Using Outlook application, I received mails. Okay, so those mails stored in the .ost file. So you can see this is a .ost file. Why it is a OST file? Because my mail server is a Microsoft related mail server, means Microsoft Exchange server. See, Microsoft Exchange server. It is Office 365 based Exchange, but it is my Microsoft Exchange server. I will tell what is about Outlook and all separately. There is a special video also I made it, but so will if based on a chance. Okay. So again, what is Outlook? Outlook is a mail client software. It's a Microsoft application related. Okay. So what we will do? So using Outlook, you can send and receive mails. You can send and receive mails. Both we can able to do it. Okay. You can read mails, means already received mails. In offline, and you can compose mails in offline. And compose mails in a offline. offline. Okay. Next. Send and receive mails need internet. Without internet, so we cannot able to send and receive. Okay, but only received we can able to read it. We can compose a mail, but to send the mail we need a internet. So I am covering up the Outlook part also a little bit. Okay, if in case if I am unable to take the class of Outlook, this is very helpful. Okay, next to send mail, use to send a mail SMTP protocol. Okay, SMTP protocol. To receive mail, receive means exactly say you pull the mail from mail server. You take it. Pull means pull or a get. You will take it. You will take it the mail. Okay, you will push mail to mail server. Okay, so that is the difference. This is a pushing. This is called a pulling mail to server. So the protocols are POP3. 3 means version 3. IMAP, here it is a clear version 4. So why two protocols? Are we using the two protocols? No, exactly. So look at here. POP3, post office protocol. POP3, post office protocol. POP, post office protocol. Okay. So once we download, once mail downloaded into local PC, it deleted from mail server. So what happened? You download a mail from the main server. You downloaded a mail into your local PC. You downloaded, right? So it is not required to be stored in the remote server. So obviously it will remove from the mail server. IMAP version 4. Okay, version 4. It actually say it keep copy of the mail in server even after you taken it. Okay, it keep a copy of a mail in the server. That is very simple word I am using. Okay, it never keep. You delete the mail from the mail server once you are downloaded into local. So that's why either you use a POP3 depends upon your mail server and your requirement. Okay, or you can use a IMAP4. So both options are also there. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to say. Protocols are different, guys. So protocols are SMTP protocol is a 25, but over SSL or TLS there is a protocol. Port numbers are different. Protocols are same. Port numbers may change only depends upon the type of communication based on SSL TSL certifications. For example, SMTP base protocol is 25. Okay, at least try to remember the base protocols 25. POP3, the main protocol is 110. 110. IMAP, at least don't forget IMAP, guys, because it's the most frequently used number. Okay, most frequently used number. Okay, so here it is. if you are using SSL certificate or you are using TLS certificate, so depends upon the security purpose, it will changes. For example, I'm using a Gmail. You can go to Gmail. Where is my Gmail? Okay, so you can go to Gmail. How to configure your own Outlook? So you want a guideline. So there also you will get it. One second, not record. I will check it later. Okay. So I'm going to settings, guys. I click on settings. Now why it is not showing? Okay, no problem. I have manage your Google account is there. Manage your Google account, not this one. Either it is you go to settings or see all settings. See all settings. This is see all settings. Go to forwarding and POP IMAP. Forwarding and POP or IMAP. So which type of local mail you are configuring? POP3 or IMAP? See, it is IMAP is disabled, POP3 is enabled. It's showing enabled, means you have to enable it. You want IMAP enable, so you have to enable it. You want to enable this POP3, you can enable it. So why this is configuration is important? Why this configuration is important? So you have a mail, Gmail, you can access from the browser. Generally, earlier days we use the browser. Now we are using mobile apps. Now we are using mobile apps. You know, earlier version of Android, like Android 4, Android 5, that time, you know what happens. Earlier Android 4 only, up to 4.4 something is there. Up to that one. Later on days, 5 version onwards, this change is occur. So you know what is that time? Once you configure your Gmail into Gmail app in the mobile phone, so you download a mails, the mails are stored in your mobile and deleted from your mail server. So that is the one problem. So later it is become IMAP type. So it will keep a copy of in a both the sites. Keep a copy in the both the sites, both server and as well as a client. So you can access same mails from different places. So what is the advantage of IMAP? Mails are safe in your server. You can access that mails from either through browser or through from mobile app or through some other browser, other mobiles or laptops, kind of stuff also you can access. But some companies, some type of mail servers required POP only because the storage space in the server is very less. You know, I got a mail that is earlier. So when I worked in one organization, so they given a 50 MB for a mail space. They use a SquirrelMail. That time they use a SquirrelMail. My mailbox size is 50 MB only. Initially, my mailbox is only 50 MB. So compulsory I have to use Outlook. But I didn't use Outlook that time. Why? Because of I don't receive and I don't require to send more mails. I don't receive any mails. Okay, any further communication I use email only, not with their mail ID. Okay, so later, so they changed to the mail server and they agreed to some other things. Zimbra. Okay, they migrated from SquirrelMail to Zimbra mail. So what happened? I got a 100 MB size, but problem is when I got this 100 MB, that time my responsibilities are little bit added, not increased, added additional some responsibilities are added. So what is this added kind of stuff? Like I have to conduct examination in the institute, so I have to scan the documents. Okay, I have to scan the documents and send for the approval for that particular student examinations. It's a modular examination and a final exam also I have to conduct. So I have to scan the documents and requesting for exam requesting documents have to put it and send it to the upper, the examination session people. So once we got an approve, so they will send another mail. So compulsory have to keep the mail alive. And the total box is for both sending and receiving. Okay, total box 100 MB is for total 100 MB. So it is always a tight for every 2-3 days. My 100 MB is full, but still my is very less. Others like my manager part or counselors, other trainers, those who are handle more things. So they will get a lot of mails daily. They'll get a mails. They'll send a mails daily. So then their mailboxes are not enough. Compulsory they have to configure Outlook with the POP. I hope you got understand. When we go to POP, so when the mail server or a mailbox size is very less. Okay. So we can put a star mark here. If mailbox means mail storage space for a user in mail server is very less, better to use POP3, because very simply say POP3 is like a cut and paste type. Okay, IMAP exactly not. Okay, exactly not. Copy and paste. This also exactly not. Just for understanding, I am putting these words: cut and paste and copy paste. Okay. Next. So if I want to configure this Gmail account in my Outlook with the POP3 or IMAP kind of stuff, so I have to enable any one of this, either POP3 or IMAP kind of stuff, and follow the instructor lead. And you can use any of the Outlook. For a POP3 Outlook, Edora, Netscape Mail, Outlook, Thunderbird, iPhone. So for these things, okay, these are the Outlook, Edora, Netscape Mail, Thunderbird, iPhone are mail client softwares. Okay, you enable POP and you want to do configuration instructions. Click on a configure instructions. Then Gmail will tell you what are the settings you have to do it. So this is a incoming mail server for a POP3. Okay, and this is compulsory SSL. Why? Because guys, look at here. HTTP is a normal web server, web request related protocol. HTTP web related protocol. Port number is 80. What is HTTPS? HTTP over SSL. SSL, secure socket layer, is a kind of a certification thing which encrypt your data. SSL, using SSL, data will be encrypted. So what is the advantage of data encryption? So when you are transferring the data through the web browser to web server and web server to web browser, okay, it's a end-to-end encryption which happens. In middle of the communication, if anybody try to get your data and try to read your data or try to modify your data, they cannot able to do it. Why? Because of SSL will encrypt the data, so then any other person cannot able to understand, any other machines cannot able to understand, only end-to-end devices will device. So why WhatsApp is more popular than any other thing? It's a end-to-end encryption, end-to-end encryption. So compulsory, what are the data on your mobile phone in your WhatsApp message, is you are able to see it. And when you are sending a message, when you send a message, the receiver person will able to read the message. Okay, in between, when you are send and data is encrypted and sent. Okay, by WhatsApp application, it will be encrypted and forwarded. At receiving it, it decrypted and received. In middle, no one can able to read the data. Same thing is for a SSL also. So SSL, make sure your data is encrypted. So POP3 SSL certificate over SSL is 995. Someone is putting a message. Akila came, so no problem. Where is Akila? Okay. So entire thing is changed into, sorry, not this one. POP3. Normal protocol is 99110, but when you are using encrypting your POP3 communication, you are pulling a messages from server to local, so that is by using encryption. So then when you are sending and receiving, we use encryptions, right? So POP3 is for receiving or retrieving mail from server. It is like a pull function type. Okay, so that is through our SSL, the port number changes to 995. IMAP version 4, so port number is 993. IMAP version 4, port number is 993. No TSL, we don't use it here. SSL only will use it. And you can see here it is. So required SSL, yes. TLS available. Port number for TLS is 587. 587 for SMTP protocol. 587. Okay. It is a outgoing mail server. Remaining are incoming. You can see it is outgoing mail. SMTP server is outgoing mail server. These are incoming mail servers. Both are incoming mail servers. Okay, so you can guideline. So what is incoming mail server name, outgoing mail server name? Okay, these names will be changes from one server to another server also. Next. For example, you want to configure for IMAP, configure instructions, and also you can see what are the things you have to follow. Okay, make sure that you turn on the IMAP and you have to configure. So incoming mail server, IMAP mail server. Yes, SSL or SSL 993 or SSL 993 protocol. Okay, and because you are using an IMAP, mainly is SSL type 465. Okay, so you are using SMTP with SSL, port number is 465. Okay, 465. If you are using the same SMTP with TLS, that is 587. That is 587. So while you are configuring, you have to check it. One more is there, like here it is SMTP with SSL or TLS. Okay. Okay, here it is SMTP protocol with TLS we are using. Here it is, either it is SSL or TLS are okay. If you are using POP3, we use TLS type of protocols for sending mails. Okay, purely depends upon your server, guys. I have showed in a Gmail part. Okay, so again, what is an Outlook? Outlook is a mail client software. Okay, Outlook for sending and receiving a mails, used for sending and receiving mails. You can read a mails in offline. So for example, internet is disconnected. I want to read these mails. So even though internet is not there, I can read it. Why? Because of mails already. Why? Because of mails are in the my local PC. We can compose. I can compose the mails. I can create a new mail even though internet is not connected. Okay, I can compose the mail without even if I don't have internet also. But to send a mail or to get a mail, we need a internet. So that is the main important points. Next, to send a mail is send a mail. Send a mails means we are sending like a pushing a mail to mail server. The protocol is SMTP protocol. To send a mail, SMTP protocol. To receive a mail, POP3 or a IMAP protocol. POP3 is like a cut and paste type, and IMAP is a copy paste. Means IMAP version 4, if you use, it keeps the mail in a both server and as well as a client. It keep a copy of mail in the server. So it meaning is it keep a copy in the both client and server. POP3, once mail is downloaded into local PC, it will be deleted from the server. Okay, it is removed from the server, deleted or removed from the server, either immediately or maybe after 2 days or 3 days or 10 days. It depends upon the configuration. Okay. So I'm not writing that one. So once email downloaded into your local PC, mail deleted from mail server, either it is immediately or after certain period of time. After certain period of time. So when you are using these protocols, SMTP for sending a mail, outgoing mail 25 is a regular protocol port number, and over SSL, SMTP over SSL is 465 or TLS 587. So when we use this thing, like if you are using IMAP version 4, port number is 443, for SSL it is 993. If you are using IMAP version 4 as an incoming mail server, so SMTP mail servers can be SSL or TSL by default or by generally for a Gmail configuration part. POP3, so if you are using a POP3 as an incoming mail server for outgoing mail, SMTP is always better with the TLS 587. Again, when you download a mails into your local PC, when you download a mails from download a mails from your mail server into your local PC, so to your local PC, the mail stores, okay, the mail stores in the PST or OST files. So you are using, as I said, SquirrelMail, Zimbra mail, that kind of mail, Gmail. Okay, use PST file. Use PST file. Any mail server type. If you are using a Microsoft Exchange servers as a mail server, the mail storage file is a .ost file. So guys, what is the PST OST files? Which contains mails. Mails are stored in the PST or OST. Your mail server is a Microsoft Exchange mail server. Your local PC mail content file, mail storage file extension is .ost. If you are using other than any other mails type mail servers, Gmail, Yahoo Mail, or maybe you use Zimbra mail servers. Okay, SquirrelMail, depends upon the mail server configuration. Your mail storage file is a .pst. .pst means personal storage table. .ost means offline storage table. Guys, already I shared one link which is for a service desk related kind of stuff. Service desk related kind of stuff. Then there itself you can find how to configure Outlook. Okay, simply you can go to Latif Tech Notes. Okay, Google site. In this one, you can find Outlook configuration for a Gmail account. What are the things I showed for a Gmail account? So same thing it will shows. Okay, so same thing for POP or IMAP, how to configure it. Next one is there is a 4 videos. Okay, so 4 videos are there. The 4 videos are belongs to only one thing is that is Outlook configuration. Complete Outlook configuration means Outlook configuration, how to take a backup, how to troubleshoot Outlook, that kind of stuff is available here. Okay, so that is the point. Okay, how to take a backup, how to troubleshoot Outlook, where is Outlook files, how to add these accounts based on a Gmail. Okay, so there is a 4 one by one. You can watch it and you will get some information. But okay, already I told this is not Outlook class. I started with a discussion of different questions, previously asked questions. At least you can able to recollect. We know the stuff, but people are not giving an answer. Okay, but this one topic is a better way it is completed. Find out all mail servers type. Okay, here it is. Mail servers are Zimbra, Microsoft Exchange. Earlier it is Lotus. No. Earlier it is IBM. Now it is HCL. It is Domino mail server. Lotus Notes mail client. Not Outlook, mail client. There's a lot of mail servers are there. So here it is. Tech target. MTA means mail transfer agent. No, what I wanted, that is I'm not getting. I want a mail server. Yeah, Exchange, Exim, Sendmail, SquirrelMail. This is SquirrelMail. not this one. So Linux base. Postfix. Postfix. That is also one mail server. There's a lot of mail servers are there. Okay, lot of mail servers. I think this is covers better way. Okay. So we have to cut out what are we discussed earlier and from Outlook. But one or two questions I will check it. Yeah, this part is completed entirely. So this someone about so where are the ticket system is one in all client will raise trouble tickets that are solved by service desk guys. So this is discussion type. Okay. So tell me about Vijayawada introduction topics covered under technical. How do you configure Outlook? Okay, configure Gmail in a email in a Outlook. Configuration of my laptop. Troubleshoot Wi-Fi issues. VPN. Active Directory. AD means Active Directory. Okay, guys. So these are the some questions also there. So luckily it is. Maybe it's a very old batch, I think. How to configure Outlook? How to configure a email in a Outlook? So already I said now I share there is a link how to configure. So here in this one already there, you can try if you are able to do it. Otherwise you can leave it. Okay, so up to here I'm stopping here. So then we'll discuss the remaining things because Outlook is a very good topic. Yeah, tell me. Anybody is interested to see how to configure Outlook? Also, I will show you. I can show you, but not in my physical machine. I have to check again my virtual machine. If Outlook is there inside, I will try. Otherwise, you can go through the configuration. I'll show some small parts in Outlook, guys. Look at here. So this is my Outlook application. For example, I want to configure new things. So click on add account. So it will ask your information. Simple way. Is searching for an account. I don't know why it is. Go to advanced options. Let me set up automatically or manually. Yeah, it is searched and found about my live.com. Not required. This is. Let me set up my account manually. So put your email and connect. Okay. So then you can configure. So you can create a outlook.com email address to get started. You can also create a email account. You can go to direct a manual account also. So I will show you that one. So go to control panel. Okay, if you are not using Microsoft mail accounts or any exchange mail accounts, you are not using. That is not belongs to Microsoft. Then you cannot configure like that. You have to configure from here. Find out mail. Go to this. Okay, show profiles. So here's the two profiles are there, Outlook profile and Savantis profile. Currently I'm in the Savantis profile. Okay, so for example, you are want to add another email. So in the Savantis, you can add it. Otherwise, you can create new profile. Go to properties, email account. new. See, here it is, setup array additional server. So you can go to manual setup, not automatic setup, manual setup. Next. So your email ID is based on Office 365 or normal POP3 or Exchange Active Sync. Whatever mails I'm using, that my Office mail account is Office 365 account. Office mail account is Office 365. Live.com is my personal. Okay. Gmail account is POP3 or IMAP type. Gmail accounts and normal accounts other than exchanges, POP3 or IMAP type. So I put a POP3 and IMAP. So your name, my name is Latif. Email ID, so latif.shaik.something.@gmail.com. So you want to configure POP3 or IMAP. So you have to enable POP3. You want to configure POP3, enable POP3. You want to configure IMAP. Okay, you have to enable IMAP here in this location. In this location, you have to enable POP3. POP is enabled. You can configure a POP. IMAP is enabled. You can configure IMAP. Incoming mail server. For example, POP3. Incoming mail server pop.gmail.com. For email, pop.gmail.com. How we know? Already I told you. I made a document for that one, which is configuration instructions. From there only I got this. Okay. Even I given a direct links. Okay. So if I enable IMAP, my incoming mail server is imap.gmail.com. If I enable POP3, so I have to put a POP3 pop.gmail.com like this. How to give SMTP outgoing mail server is common name smtp.gmail.com and username. So your Gmail account username, their password. You want to remember the password, then check it. If you don't want, then uncheck it. Required login using secure password authentication, check or no check, no problem. Once you given this thing, and you have to go to more settings. So you want to give something. Okay, I'm going to more settings. In the more settings, go to outgoing mail server. Your mail is same for incoming and outgoing mail server. Both mails are same. Incoming mail server, outgoing mail server, their authentication, okay, is same. Same name, same IP address. So then you have to select this one. Same setting as my incoming mail server. Or you have a different thing, then you have to using logon using. Next, advanced. In advanced, your POP3, for example, you are using POP3. I use the POP3 here. So POP3 by default port number is 110. If you select this one, I want to use SSL with a POP3 995 port number. Next, it is outgoing mail server. I want to use for a POP3 SSL or a TLS kind of stuff. So here it is 587. 587 for start TLS or a SSL/TLS. Anything you can choose it. TLS 587, SSL 465. Okay, POP3 with SSL it is 995. Okay, so this is the main important configuration. Next, what is this 14 days? You download a mail from the mail server into local PC. After 14 days only, it will be deleted. You can use 0 days, means immediate delete also. Okay, so these are the configuration. And finally, you have to test the account. If it is showing successful, so then you can able to finalize the configuration. This is the way you can able to configure, guys. Again, very simple. Go to control panel. This one, mail or mail 32. There you can go to the profile. Choose the profile or add a profile. Choose the profile or add a profile. Okay, open the profile thing. Go to go to properties, select the profile, go to properties, email account. Now it is showing existing email account. Otherwise, you can run a wizard like this. This is for automatic setup. Automatic setup not works for a certain mail servers, mail kind of stuff. So I'm using a last one that is called a manual setup. Next, I'm not using a Microsoft Office 365. For example, I'm using a Gmail account, or maybe I'm using Yahoo Mail, or maybe I'm using some other mail accounts. Okay, so POP3 or IMAP, and give the details, your name, email ID, which way of incoming mail, either it is POP3 type or IMAP type, and give the incoming mail server and give the outgoing mail server details, username, password. Next, go to more settings, go to more settings part, go to more settings. Important is outgoing mail server, this check mark. Next one is advanced POP3. What is the POP3 port number? Or SSL or a direct port number? What is this? So which type of port number you are using? Or SSL you are using? Then check that box. So that is become 993. Or it will show IMAP version 4 if you choose IMAP version 4, for example. Okay, now we can't see. Again, you have to close it and open. So no problem. So manual, close, POP3. Next, it is. I am putting IMAP version 4. More settings. You can see advanced. This check mark, that is a common one. This is changes. IMAP for 143. I change it to TLS or SSL. It is a 993. Okay, so it is SMTP or SSL or TLS. I put a 465 because IMAP use SSL, not TLS basically, or both. You can use either of that one. You can use either 465 or 587 because I put a SSL/TLS. It will understand. So do not save copy of sent items. Make the deletion, but do not move them automatically. Something it is given, but in generally IMAP is a keep up both side copies. So once it is done, you have to test the settings. When test is successful, click next and finish it. So you will get a mails into your system. Okay, if you are using a Gmail kind of stuff, you will get a .pst here. Okay, if you are using a Exchange, then .ost. If you go to new, and you can give the mail ID directly if it is Exchange, or you can go to manual and select Office 365, give the Office 365 email account or Exchange mail account. You can give, it automatically creates. You don't need to worry about more. Okay, so this is how Outlook will be configured. There's a few more points in the Outlook, guys. Rules, mail rules are there, but understand what is an Outlook, what is the protocols used in Outlook, what is the use of the protocols, how to configure the Outlook, how to configure the Outlook. Of course, already I told these links, go through it so you will understand how to take the backup of Outlook also. Okay, so after break